Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away in the year, look at you. Use the youth, the money, waste for most of man to statue. Say me like a catch you, but me got enough, they got you. Take this print of money, God and say that is not you. One day the man above me look him, I got up. Too much eating at the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. The singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% free.
It burn me.
Garbage pile up the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption peace.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
For me say dig up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The already promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, the rapper, they down in a whatever. Member bowl only and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and the pocket them swell. When police
Stibby-dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no keep. And some informer friend we lovely. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for we in Global TV. Check it.
But now I see that day when I'm stepping out of Babylon in New Jerusalem, stepping in Mount Zion. Come make we step it out of Babylon, step it out of Babylon, stepping in Mount Zion. Good morning, good night, good evening, anyone it is. Welcome to Let's Play Westminster Politics. We're still doing good, we're still doing hearty. The allergy, sinus, and everything still a rock. My nose block, breathing problem, pain a head, pain a eye, you name it. But we attack along on the journey because we say we have work to do. Good evening and welcome. Good evening to all my platform moderators and membership holders. Good evening and welcome. Elsilda Smith, thanks for joining. I think first time seeing you. Sunshine, JP, Natalia Freeman, Debbie White, Gloria Morris, Natalia, Rosemary Samuels. Who else? Debbie Jarvis, Speech and Teach. Good evening all. Patricia Matthews, Denise Hall, good evening. Bros, Brittany L, Michelle Lewis Wilson's God Gift, Shanette Burnett, Patricia Bartlett, Hero Botham, Rose Sweet, Libert Peart, Violet Watson, Colleen James, Corinne Wilson, Grace Lenton, Claudette Robinson, Coates Nareen. Good evening all and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Miguel King, how are you? Yvonne Johnson. Prime Minister, remember we said, we love man people business. We were going to get back to the questions about nephew friend Andrea Lanford Williams. Reggae Falls Prime Minister. This property, Prime Minister, do you by any chance know who this property belongs to? And the owner of the property, if the owner of the property has any connection to government, does that property or the property owner, Prime Minister, has anything to do with the activities on the Reggae Falls? Because we see prodding and poking going on over there. We see equipment. We see building Pan River Bank. Is there mining going on there? Who has the contract? Is the contract related to any government ministers, any friends of government, any associate of members of parliament? But there are also some photographs with them there. There are also photographs of activities on Reggae Falls. Our Prime Minister. What is the galangin going in down there? What is happening at Reggae Falls, Durant Clarke? Does anyone know, Prof. Gorgeous Lady, what is happening at Reggae Falls? Minister of Mining or Minister of Tourism, which would have eye over the area there. Does any of you, Yvonne Riley, know what is going on at the Reggae Falls? There are a lot of activities, Mavis Forbes. Movement and equipment. Building and the bank alongside them. What is happening at Reggae Falls? Who is doing business at Reggae Falls? Who does this building along Reggae Falls belongs to? We're entitled to know. Our Upper Reggae Falls are private property now. And we don't know, we just take the thing them and turn them in our one turn them inner. Like how no turn Blue Lagoon, in our one turn Blue Lagoon inner. So we want to know what is going on at the Reggae Falls, Lilith Lockerbie, and who has a contract to be doing any digging or prodding and poking Sharon Powell at Reggae Falls. Because we're no idiot. But we just want to know. Oh, I'm going to slip through me going in them bit because short breath already kill me. Run through the things them when I come here to talk about. This gentleman, some of you may, is it Wavell Hines? Mr. Hines was in the cricket world, if you all remember. Mr. Hines will be contesting North Clarendon for the People's National Party. I still do Williams. Congratulations. Rock and come in, but come prepare for the onslaught and the battering. If you come behave like those who they are right now, the respect for it. So hold on, can rock and come in, you know. Because we're there down in the grass. We're there roadside and wait for jump out on anyone on at any time. Congratulations, sir. But rock and come in. I hope you come in with truth, honesty, integrity, and come in for the hard work. Otherwise, I don't know what's a problem. I don't know what's the easy ride over now. I don't know the easy ride is over. Is there someone arrives called Anthony Porter? I see someone say Anthony Porter, but I have not seen the name in the chat. Is there Anthony Porter on the live? Or somebody saying something to me about an Anthony Porter? JamaicanTV.com, how are you? Right. Sorry, I could play Westminster politics. Because you know, say, no, we shouldn't go over Drayton first. I could go listen something what Drayton say. Then we'll come back to let's play Westminster politics.
Make a plan that they're going to call the local election in Oakland Market. And that they are going to win the election. And then after that, we are going to start fight amongst ourselves. And then 3 months later, they are going to call the general election. That's more than Darrell Vaz knows the Labour right talk to me to them. As a matter of fact, Darrell, for sure, the Labour right talk to me. And Labour right called me this morning and said, I'm going to Brace River, I must big up Andrew Holness, Julian Holness, Andrew Wheatley, Everald Warmington, Bobby Montague, and Fly Green. He said 6 names, we must interpret what we want from that.
Is Dr. Campbell inadvertently telling us who the illicit 6 are? Or it is Dr. Campbell just narrativing? Is there any sound legitimacy to Dr. Campbell's argument? Interpret what you will of those 6. JamaicanTV.com. Jawan D, good evening and welcome. Jamaican Carlos, well gone, bro. Noreen Dennison, Jacqueline Murray. Is Dr. Campbell inadvertently telling us who the illicit 6 are? Or is Dr. Campbell just narrativing?
The Labour Party make a plan that they are going to call the local election in Oakland Market. And that they are going to win the election. And then after that, we are going to start fight amongst ourselves. And then 3 months later, they are going to call the general election. That's more than Darrell Vaz knows the Labour right talk to me to them. As a matter of fact, Darrell, for sure, the Labour right talk to me. And Labour right called me this morning and said, I'm going to Brace River, I must big up Andrew Holness, Julian Holness, Andrew Wheatley, Everald Warmington, Bobby Montague, and Fly Green. He said 6 names, we must interpret what we want from that. We are going to do it like with our primary school. John had 5 mangoes. John went into the election and John came out with 7 mangoes. Did John win or lose the election? I find me and we going with and we come out with 7. So, now we win. Alright. Maybe I ask one next question. The Jamaica Labour Party went into election with 130 divisions. And they come out of the election with 113 divisions. The PNP went into the elections with 98 divisions and come out of the election with 115 divisions. Who win? I wonder what I'm going to do. I said to myself, I wonder if it will have no sense again. I wonder what I'm going to do. Labor rights, you know, put on Clarke's for the man, you know. Remember, say Andrew Wallace is a little boring nerd man, you know. No, man. Andrew Wallace is like what Bible say lukewarm, you know. He no bright and he no dunce. He no black and he no brown. He no rich and he no poor. He just in a limit. Well, no, me can't say no rich again. But he still can't declare. He just in a middle. They put on Clarke's for him and give nickname and start saying greatest prime minister in Israel country. That them say. Now, let me show you something. Because maths is a thing, you know. McCarthy, you're a mathematician. Maths is a thing, you know. Andrew Wallace has led the Labour Party to 3 local government elections. 2012, 2016, and 2024. When we done election, we normally add up all the votes with the party get, we call it the popular vote. In 2012, the JLP got 247,000 votes. Right? Remember that when they get a backside, you know, we win all 14 of the councils. In 2016, the JLP get 287,000 votes under Andrew Wallace. In 2024, they get 289,000 votes. Mark Golding has led the PNP into 1 local government election. At the end of the local government election, the PNP got 311,000 votes. Then how this somebody is so popular and the greatest thing ever, and Mark only get 20,000 more votes than him?
Right, I won't get into the politics of the number, but if I'm to follow Dr. Campbell's line of argument in relation to Darrell said them are going to win the election and then we are going to catfight amongst ourselves over the losses probably, and then 3 months after they're going to call the general election. Given what Darrell Vaz has done and the knife twist that Darrell Vaz is using that as towards the People's National Party, could Dr. Campbell's argument hold water? Noreen Dennison, Andrea, RJ, Elder Fletcher. Colleen James, Jim Ashley, Ness One Love, Nessie One Love. Could Dr. Campbell's argument hold water? Evelyn Michaels, I think. Sorry if I mash up your name. Rodney Reed. How are you? Maxine Cummins. Could that argument hold water? Given the mischief making the Jamaica Labour Party and Darrell Vaz is on a credibility attack on the opposition leader, race and Bertha behavior coming from the government and the government benches, could this argument hold water? We're asking. And inadvertently, is Dr. Campbell telling us that those who are on the investigation for illicit enrichment, EM, is the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister's wife, Bobby Montague, Everett Warmington, Andrew Wheatley, and Floyd Green? Least of all, I would have thought, the one that I am of the view of the pigs in the pen has the less mud on it. But let us wait until the Integrity Commission tells us if those corrupt Freda Andrew and him gunman crooks at the Integrity Commission, because 200 plan for shot on them like when shot Greg Christie. Uno can't come out, come tell me why Andrew is 3 years late and start that statutory declaration, Lorraine Taylor. Why fine haven't been leveled at Andrew Holness for late submission? Uno can't say nothing down gossip. How we saw not do it before. There's a current issue rolling downhill at the moment to do with late submission, to do with late payment. Have the Prime Minister been fined and have the Prime Minister pay those fines? If that is the case, we ought to know. If fines have been leveled at the Prime Minister for late submission, and the Prime Minister has paid those fines, we still want to know. Still rule breaking, is it not? When will that be? We need to put a lot more focus, Andrea, on the corrupt Freda Andrew Holness and him gunman people them at the integrity of the at the Integrity Commission. Because at them, Dennis Hall tell we say, them investigate 6 MP for illicit enrichment in a last year report. I wonder how far the Integrity Commission is into those investigations. And would the Integrity Commission be able to give us a timeline as to when those reports will be sent to Parliament to be tabled? But I be a Dolly House is in Aguan. But if what you did in the data breach, Darrell Vaz, was throwing hot water in the middle of the People's National Party, it really didn't work. What we would invite the government and his bench to do, get back to the work of the people, the continuous cascading down the hill, to see if something could stick in the nation mind with regards to the leader of the opposition, whether be it this current Galangin, where, as me in that, let me slip over to that gentleman here, as this professor from the University of the West Indies is saying, how Andrew get in them ya, talk, Galangin ya, when there are no breaches. In other words, my inference from that Prime Minister, Professor at the University of the West Indies, Christopher Charles, said, you forget on with the people's business. You shouldn't out ya in the chatter galangin. Over nothing when I go so. I've been a Sakodi. How are you? The mischief and the mix up where you come out with the cas as Professor Charles called it. Get back to the people's business. The cas, the show-offism, the opticking, the narrativing. It's not really working, Prime Minister. You don't say every try, or not try it. John P., how are you? Every try or not try it since local government election. it turn back and bite you. I know the first on a try to brand Mark Golden as a liar is the first thing on a run out and did after Mark Golden spoke about those two reports we're going to get to. Hey, we're going to get to those two reports. The first thing on a run out, the blind Aga was the first one to run out and say a lie. No go so. No did they. Lie them a tell. Mix up them a make. Only that it turn out that a honor are the lie and mix up. And all when you get caught, when you stick on your head in a sand like an ostrich and just a shove around the blame on other people without honor taking account, plain truth, for honor own blunder them. So Professor said, get out of the casket, Prime Minister, and never that will elect you for. Your job is much bigger than casket isn't. Prime Minister whimsical. Got everything. You run around and wimp about. Me don't know how woman deal with mama man like you, because I'm going mama man run around and wimp and hop and pop. So I wonder if I hit make you so old for a 51-year-old Prime Minister. I wonder if I hit make you so old and burn out for a 51-year-old. But let's go back over to Nigel Clarke with a ring on his finger. Nigel Clarke, we don't know if Norman Dunn, they behind him, because we know Nigel love when people they behind him, I don't know what in love, what them I do. But talking for Global TV, say Nigel love when people they behind him. Doing what? I don't know. Ask Nigel. Minister with the ring. Can't sing. Let's play Westminster politics. Because I say, on a jag, Mr. Dajamite, in a parliament, today, in front the standing committee, I what the man there? I can't, see him up at top there, so. Yeah, Mr. on a drawing, in a standing committee, and a question, but I could play Westminster politics, Nigel. Because when it suits when you talk about the Westminster system, you see, in other Westminster system, yeah, you, the minister with oversight, you, the portfolio minister, Dr. Clarke with the ring on his finger. If it was in Britain, this blunder, where you paid done for rent and we don't know where the kickback money from, because you can't tell we say kickback money, not involved in that. And to the dirty gleaner, we just a show with the building. That is something the building, from my understanding, because so it did look when we show it. This are the boy they building upper place there, in it. My name, Starboy, how you doing? The Anatomy building, or the whole of them a long white building. The Liberty Jamaica people, you think you don't spend money yet? You don't start spend money, you know? You don't start spend money, you have a far, far long way to go, plain truth, when it comes to money spending. Because remember that the people don't have use for it. School and hospital them don't want to fix. Have road and water till it a kill you. Can lay down and roll pan road. Can walk and dash with water. Jamaica people don't have use for money. What want to do with it? What want to do with it? So in this system, Nigel Clarke, I know the technocrat or bureaucrat alone Westminster Parliament would have hurled in front of them today. The portfolio minister have to come sit down with the bureaucrat them. And the portfolio minister, they're going to take most of the question in a British standing committee, the finance standing committee. And the portfolio minister, Dr. Clarke, then I go sit down in front of the committee and answer questions. And Mark Golden, because we can't ask Andrew nothing, promise the Jamaican people this, because otherwise they're going to meet hell with we. Just like the Westminster system of governance, 1 day per week, at least for half an hour, you will come to Parliament and take questions from the MP. I saw the Westminster system go. I'm not aware of that system there. I play in a Parliament where every week the people get the chance through their MP to put questions to the Prime Minister. Gary Mills, how are you? Yo, check the Gleaner now. Are we in the Gleaner, Gary? Hold on there. Hold on, Gary said check the Gleaner. One new story come up. Horace Strong fallen cop mounted police plaza. That are the fallen cop? 2 men charged over goat theft in St. Catherine. Where I tell me to check on Instagram. He's not an Instagram person, you know, Gary. 1 billion. No, me have the galang in your master. Build up. Me have me. Me just attack. Team ready for attack. But Uno don't spend money yet. Uno just a gear up Pauline Dixon. Uno just a gear up for spend. Uno not start spend money yet. Uno not have use for the money because your government can't take and dash up on him man and him friend them. Me know say Nigel a faggot. I want to know if there's any sweetheartism between Nigel and Don. Why Nigel can't give Don such a sweetheart deal out of your pocket? Or any of the other people that will own any of the other building them if none of them are jack up Nigel round corner. Because we're not afraid to talk say I faggot Nigel. Me know. And it look like I faggot out Jamaica people's money. But let us listen to a snippet of the questioning by Julian Robinson. I said, boy, them afraid of Julian, you know. Julian asks questions. Them don't like when Julian asks questions. But the liberty continues, my people.
To date, we have spent 451 million. We are at the point of...
Is that, just to be clear, 451 on what, lease?
Lease, yes.
Lease, okay.
And we had restarted the bidding process, and we expect that to be closed by the 29th of this month, which is tomorrow.
And the bidding process is for the retrofitting?
Right.
Okay. 29th
of May.
Of May, so yes. Tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
A fair amount of work on that contract was done by the landlord, and they had put in elevators, bathrooms, flooring, etc. But finishing the works is going to be our main response. And
what is the anticipated cost for the retrofitting of the space?
It will probably take us somewhere close to $1 billion.
To what?
$1 billion, yeah.
1 billion to retrofit?
Yes.
Wow. And when do you anticipate having the space ready for occupancy?
We're looking at September 2025. That's the best estimate we have right now.
Has there been...
This is subject to approval and so on.
I mean, just hearing what you have said, 451 on the lease, close to 1 billion retrofitting. Has there been a cost-benefit analysis done to determine whether it would have been better for the government to build its own building or to use an alternative, given the cost? Because we're talking about close to 1.5 billion for both lease and retrofitting by the time you occupy.
When we started out, we had actually pursued the acquisition of property, which we were not able to find suitable property within the confines of Mandeville. We were seeing things on the outskirts, but we were conscious of the fact that for some taxpayers, it would mean, two transport to get to anything outside of the town. We didn't find anything suitable. We also looked at other properties, and in Mandeville we did not. Two of the constraints that affected us would have been parking, and we weren't finding the square footage or the acreage that would allow us, if we were to build out, to have the kind of parking that we need for our services. And that was how we ended up in this arrangement.
Dear Dummy, good evening. Dear Backwards Fool, Dorothy Elliott, how are you? Florence Hamilton, good evening. Dear Dummy, good evening. Let me introduce you to foreign. Because I love being foreign, so we have to introduce you to foreign. Sharon Bernard, Martha Koponen Foundation, Barry Messenger TV. Hey. Me go talk here again. Me say, we don't have things for bill. We don't for ask Dana go for Billy Funo. Dana go can build one big house for one like a squeeze up place. But me introduce you to foreign Kate M. Monica Wills. Let me introduce you to foreign. There is a system in foreign, sir, where you can build a building in your hand middle. So building build a foreign, you don't need a lot of land. The car parking facility, sir, that you use as excuse during Clarke. Welcome to foreign, where we have underground and overhead car parks, sir, on the same building if we can't find the square footage or the acreage to check out the car there. There is a foreign system, Granville. Why Mr. Clarke? Put the question further. Why Mr. Clarke doesn't explain what you're asking me, if it's a question, Granville. Welcome to foreign, Mr. Sir. If you're not short of something, innovator asks we whether foreign or no. We love talk about foreign. We love talk about first world. We love talk about modern world. And still in the backward thinking. Don't know say you can build overhead and underground car park to serve that building, sir. How much a billion, million, but we take pay on a friend them. Just for rent, the amount of building, the amount of property where them buy back already, out of the rent, out of the lease money, we want to pay them. They must have an ongoing property portfolio out of that. And Jamaica still have to go pluck out 1 million for retrofit one building with few counter and desk and computer and wire and that's all. Because we 1 million with few desks and computer, because I know the days, but then again, Jamaica still holds a lot of paper, so they may need a lot of filing cabinet and a lot of filing folders and a lot of all sorts of filing cabinets and filing jars. Because Jamaica people have money to waste. 1 billion to retrofit one Toto building. One building, you know. And the whole of the building them from Mandeville to St. Mary or wherever, where I walk and pay for cobweb and dopey and spider and Nancy, cockroach, ants, and everybody take shelter at night time. You, the taxpayer, you might as well pay for shelter the homeless people in Jamaica rather than pay for shelter cobweb, spider, ants, and cockroach. Hmm? And you still have to go find million for fix it for the staff them come face stay with we. Because that's the only claim to fame civil servant have. Them rudeness, pretty flowers, how are you? We're in the property tax office in Portmore that is being used now has no car park and the vehicle them park in the same grass spot. Here, given the amount of million we've spent on the lease, the amount we're going to pay for retrofitting, tell me, my people, if we not could get one 3-story building, one 5-story building out of it, a basement car park, a top floor car park, and 3 administrative floor. Tell me if we couldn't get that out of our money. Because them and the Bricknell brother, them a friend, where they can go get the same thing, them cheap down there. And you can go trust from when trust from and build him thief in mansion. No. Jamaica have people money. Make we make some big price. And then we know, say, we kick back money involved in that. Can we see the paperwork then, please? Dr. the Honorable Liard Watsita man, you say the first of June or July, every government business must adhere to the Data Protection Act. That means, ma'am, we're going to be able to get the name them what we want for Nigel Clarke. We're going to be able to get the name of the man them when Nigel Clarke I use the money mine. We're going to be able to get the name of the man them when Nigel Clarke I use the money to keep quiet.
That has been the most committed to the concept of data privacy. We've done a lot of work in promulgating the Data Protection Act, and that was coming out of listening to the people of Jamaica who had legitimate concerns about the privacy of their data. And just last week in the Senate, I would have spoken to the Data Protection Act and our commitment to implementing it on June 1 in a phased manner. So I think it is very clear in terms of our actions and also in terms of our utterances, that strong, deep commitment to data privacy. And I think in the matter that you have raised, he was very clear in his...
Me no want to hear what Darrell did clear about. Me just want the people that hear say we're not committed to it. So therefore, we're able to get the name them, isn't it? The name them when Nigel walk and take with money, just a dash with us up. We're able to hear how we money go and who them people they be done. Because you same one also said government is not going to hide behind the Data Protection Act. When they send you out to come practice with you, before they give you the job, I saw you tell me. Remember, we dare wait upon your woman. We dare wait upon you because we know the time has come. You have to come and tell me what. You have to tell me one more lie. You cannot avoid not telling me any more lie. You think because you get over there that too. The rest of them are go bear fruit, round here. Hey, that's something you know. The other lie them, I got bear fruit round here. Because through you knew will make you get away with two. Come. We want you. You have been read your rights. So you're walking on free range territory. Pick up anything you want. A free range, yes, sir. So you see me in a heart, woman. You think me still not have strength. This the one, yeah. They say he's Africa's most educated president. Educated asshole. Educated fool. Educated jackass. Educated sellout, William Ruto. Yeah, Andrew Holness a brother. Because the American them just turning up, skinning out and turning around just so. But let me say to barbecue, make sure any Jamaicans and any Kenyan come on your soil barbecue, we get state funerals. I want to see state funeral barbecue. Because if I think I'm going to be pitiful or merciful when barbecue starts slaughter, body bags we will help you to buy. Make sure everyone who come on the Haitian side is returned to both Jamaica and Kenya in a body bag. What they want, what them a go get. Walk up on the people them land without the people of Haiti. Ask gonna come. It is a declare war, and that is what you will have to deal with. Uno me case. We want the big funeral on TV. Like the police boy with a foreign. We want to bury in the empty casket saying dead with Kevin. We want to say big funeral on TV. Make you send them go on. If you think we not wait, they say big funeral. On TV. 21 gun salute funeral. Died in the line of duty funeral on TV. We want to see them. A long time we not see none. Make case and go on. Oh no, we can't deal with Montego Bay. Oh no, we can't deal with Grange Hill. Oh no, we can't deal with Western Kingston. Make case and go and go make barbecue chain on how fit come back here. Go deal with war. LA Lewis are going to have more dope in a cemetery for lick Paula pan. More skull for LA for knock Paula Llewellyn pan. Hold on. You know, see terrorism, William Ruto. You major sellout. You up America's ass, William Ruto. You don't see the terrorism in your country. But I notice while West Africa is rising up, East Africa is going slavery and colonizational style because he said, James, how are you? This year fool ya have America have him a skin out and a stretch out in order for a little IMF loan and a little support from America. William Ruto just got skin out himself. So Andrew Holness do the same thing. Hold on, my camera play up. Andrew Holness do the same thing because Andrew Holness want the Chinese them. His camera keep freezing. Andrew Holness want the Chinese them off him back because him gone too deep in a bed with the Chinese them. So him have to make them use him in order to back them off on him. Then on the East African side as well, you have Paul Kagame, the Rwandan president, who, along with the British, ushered in modern day transatlantic slavery. Yes, an African president, Derek Cummings. Yeah, we know that Derek, that's why we are for the rest of name them because Norman done. The owner said that they want there for him. And we did show one video a couple of weeks ago of that building. But we want to know the name Denise have of who the Mandela building and other buildings belong to. And what relationship they have to rather be Nigel or other minister of government or other member of parliament, or indeed if they are other members of parliament building. These are public information, a public interest, a few money I pay for them, a few money I we expand them. A few money. But you're coming like when you don't care about the wastage. So we must be careful of these black sellout leaders. Where as America said, turn around, them turn around. But uno push on the head of America's backside and uno don't even know the woes that is coming to the American economy. The American economy is flat on its face. Uno soon see the hard landing where the American economy are going to get, because if you know watch all of the economic argument, Lana Emery, and all of the forecasting across America, there's a hard landing coming for the American economy. And given the rise of BRICS, and with more country joining BRICS and cutting round the American dollar, bangaranga come for the American economy. So anyone who know how to money in the bank and you can take out to buy in a gold, copper, tin, property, or whatever, take it out and buy, because hard landing coming and not very far round the corner. So no stay there. So Tash, you can make a dying empire. You don't understand empirism and know when empire in them strength and when empires are dying. There's a hold on. I don't think most of you realize that the American empire is one of a dying one, losing its economic power. And when you lose your economic power, your military and political power goes with it as well. It's the economy that keeps you politically strong. It's the economy that make you can go around the world and fight wars and tell people how you want them to live. There's a great awakening coming for the American economy. Them know, you know. Them just a hide it from you. You see, just like how Andrew, I tell you how the economy good. Just like how Andrew and Nigel, I tell you how the economy good. And them have to reverse what they and tell you, so them have shortfall. Wait, anytime the American economy, anytime the Americans have to come truthful about their economy, then you will see the real truth about all of the lies where the whole of them I tell you about good economy and low employment figure. When you go and make them pull wool over on the eye with them good economy and good employment figure where nobody can see. So if you don't have any money to spare, think about using your money to buy tangible things, property, gold, silver, copper, tin, diamond, them something you can invest your money in rather than the bank them I go crash with no money. And the first it happened, and on the money go like a butter against sun. So when sit down, Chanel Williams, how are you? Sit down and don't keep on yourself abreast of what is happening in the political spheres. Because when America gets it slap in the face, those Western economy who depend on America for their survival is going to be hard slapped also. So, we don't prepare for what to come. And it's probably before the November election. You might just hear about bangarang in the American economy before the November presidential election. But are the same crook, like William Ruto and Andrew Holness, America are used to fight its war against Haiti in order to have control over Haiti, iridium, and all of the precious minerals and material within Haiti. America know them can't go brazenly upon them own, so them have to send them little Rottweiler them on the sites. But remember, say a barbecue. A barbecue, una go buck up and cup on to. Una useless old bunch of hobnob in our country. But una want to send Jamaica and Kenya police, we have the worst training, the most corrupt. Una got Haiti. Almighty God. The bangarang wanna go buck up and me no want to see it. Me no want to see the bangarang. But uno I go buck up pan. But we are go there for kin with teeth and watch how it a go on. Because I think the son have a right. And the little one here. The pampas wearing police them. Philip Sutherland. Sharon Bernard. The pampas, the police them were born in a wheelchair, grew up in a pampas. When you come learn the nasty life. I want to carry the contrabands and everything around there. But the only thing I have to say about this, all me a request on you do, just put him in a cell with one bad man who hate police. Make him get for him feel there too. Yeah, sometimes some of them police I forget what happened to some certain other man around a cell. Them for know how the cell treatment can when you commit crime. So all me want to do, sir, just make sure when you put him, not even I go talk on you. Make me move you out of my way, woman. Me too sick to go off unhinged on you tonight, Paula Llewellyn. Too sick for that. Too sick for that, Paula. Too sick to go up on the limb tonight. But my people, me know stuff here, my head a pain me. Me I go lay down. Me will soon no morning. My hay fever, hold on, is giving me a warm time. When me have my allergy hit, you would think say a flu me have, but on a flu. I'm just hit by my allergy. Thank you, Beat and Teach. Thank you, Joan. Thank you all. Thank you. Durant Clark. Pauline Dixon. Thank you all. But me I go lay down, come ahead and pain me. Patricia, thank you. We'll talk to you in the morning. And don't forget, say, the whole of them people you are. Yes, liar, wanna draw out everything and show the world so we can see and assess it through itself. Because we not think the whole of we are fool. But thank you all very much for being here on the People's Point of View this evening. Thank you, Philip. Join me back here tomorrow morning for the At a Glance program, where we will continue on Ilgale Wagwan. Thank you. We will continue to look at the issues in our country. Thank you very much for being here this evening. Good night from Global Television.